Hello friends, this is Durga from ITversity. As part of IT job marketing playlist, in this video I will try to cover subsequent topics about LinkedIn in detail. So far in this context we have covered how to sign up for a new account. Once you sign up for a new account, you can go to connections or you as well as signing up for the account while signing up for the account itself, you can connect with several email IDs and pull pull few contacts that are potential candidates for your network based upon your emails, and you can have many connections as I have shown in the last video in your network. Once you have the account, once you log in, it will look like this. You will land up in the home page, and the home page will have the details whatever is happening in your network. It could be based upon your background. It could means your prior experience, your colleges that you have defined as part of education section in your profile, and several other criteria. This will be considered while feeding your home page from several different topics, so that you can be up to date with respect to industry, with respect to your network, etc. So it's pretty simple. You cannot do much in homepage. You just have to see the feed and try to be up to date. It's similar to Facebook timeline, and then the next important tab is profile. So it has sub menus like edit profile, who viewed your profile, your updates, etc. So in this video we will try to see our profile in detail. Okay, when you don't have profile, when you use your new account, it will look like this. You can click on edit profile and it will be blank. There is nothing except your name and your title, which it fetched while signing up using the Facebook account, or you have to provide these details when you are actually setting up your account. Okay, and then if you want to add the experience, you can it already filled with basic information from your Facebook profile, but if you want to add more details about it, you can click on add time period, and you can choose the location, the time period. If it is present, you just leave it, you just have I currently work here checked. If it is your past job, you have to deselect it, and it will ask for the start time and end time. First it will start with year, so you can either choose the month or you can ignore the month. You can actually define your experience based upon years itself, but it is not a good practice. You should start with the month. So let's say I started in April with Harman or Symphony Teleca, April 2015, and I can choose I currently work here, and I can start providing the description. Like that, once this position is done, you can add one more position like this, and you can explain, you can provide more details about subsequent positions. So once you enter multiple positions, it will look like this. This is also do not have much. This is also a temporary account for my teaching. So it has only one experience, as I am not associated with any company here. Big Data Mentor is my old title, but I have changed it to ITversity, but I didn't change my profile which I have created for Big Data Mentor. Probably I might have a profile for ITversity in future, but not at this time. I don't have at this time. So it will look like this. Once you have your profile, you can actually seek for the recommendations. Also, we will get back to that. Let me sign out from this account and use my professional account. This is my original account. So I'm logging into my original account, and you can see my profile with lot more details. Shoot. Okay, you can see all my experience in as part of this profile. Okay, and this profile have many sections. So first thing which we have seen is the headline, and then the summary. So summary is very important, which you need to provide. So let us go back to here, and here there is no summary. Why there is no summary? Yeah, so here you can choose several things. So it has summary. Yeah, you can upload the photo here. You can add education. You can add skills. You can add the languages. You can add volunteering experience. So everything that is related to your profile, patents, courses, supported organizations. If you are supporting everything, your projects, your certifications, your interests. So it has everything that is related to your professional network. So if you want to add a summary, you can click on this. So by default it did not show. There is only a view more link. So it was like this when we actually log in. So if you want to see if you want to add photo, education, you can add those things. But if you want to add more things, you have to click on view more, and you can start adding all those things. So if you want to add summary, you can have those things here, and you can click this thing, click on this icon to move this up and down. Right now summary is above the experience, and if you want to move it below the experience, you can click on this button. Okay, I need to save this also. Let me save this. Let me cancel this. Let me cancel this. Okay, now you have the experience and you have the summary. If you want to move those things around, yeah, you have to click on that and then drag with the mouse. Like that you can actually move your sections the way you want. So you can customize your portal depending upon your preferences. Again, if you want to add more things to your profile like skills, you can click on add skills, and if you want your skills to be endorsed, you can enable this one, which I suggest, and then you can start typing the skills. You can have up to 50 skills here, and once you add the skills, you can review all the things that are relevant to you here, and you can start adding those things to your profile. So photo, education, skills, probably volunteering experience if you have any, language, everything is all important. Organizations which you are associated with it, honors and awards, probably test scores, courses might not be that important. Patents is another important thing, and projects can be important. If you have any publications, you can add that also, but make sure that you add those publications that are recognized in the industry. For example, IEEE, etc. If you just publish an article, you cannot add it as a publication. It will not make sense, and your profile will be discarded as a trash by good hiring managers. So be careful about what you are adding. You need to be familiar with these terms while building your profile. It's dangerous to have information in incorrect sections. Okay, so be very careful while building the profile. Once you have the profile, and once you start getting endorsements and other things, the profile will look like this. Okay, so I have all my experience here, and then after the experience I have my volunteer experience, and also I have the opportunities I am looking for, especially in the volunteering, and the projects. I have uploaded my projects which I have done earlier, and then my honors and awards, which is kind of certifications. Actually now they have certifications section itself, so I should have moved these things to certifications. This is improperly faced details which I need to be fixed. And these are the skills with the endorsements. So over time it is built, and make sure that you got endorsements from your colleagues as much as possible, rather than some random guy endorsing you. Your profile will not have much weightage. For example, in this case, this guy have just endorsed. So he was my ex-colleague in one of my previous companies, and he endorsed me in most of the technologies which I have worked with him. So if someone else in his profile know about him, and if they trust him, as he endorsed in these skills, if he is looking for a good resource matching with these skills, he can directly reach out to me, and that's how your professional network will build. So having skills and with endorsements is very important, and those endorsements should be from the relevant people. For example, if a guy endorses you in Hadoop, and if that guy is a non-IT guy, that means there is something wrong. People will start ignoring those profiles. So be very careful about who endorsing you. There will be some noise, but that noise should be minimal. And then education, try to add all the education details, and your personal interests like hobbies and all, you can add it here, and then the recommendations. So once you have the profile, I think at the bottom you will have the recommendations section. Initially, without profile, it might not show you show the recommendations, but once you have the profile, you will have the recommendation section like this, and you can ask to be recommended, and this will give lot more weightage to your profile based upon who you are who are endorsing you. So these are the endorsements I have received. So these are recommendations I have received, and I can manage those things. I can eliminate if I don't want to display certain things in my profile, and if I want to display only certain things, I can do that by clicking on managing the recommendations. Okay, and I'm going to my profile again. So make sure you got recommended from your superiors, from your clients, from your peers when at the relevant time, before rolling off from the project, before resigning from the employer, before changing the teams. That's when you should ask for the recommendation, and that recommendation should be in line with your experience and with your ambitions. Some random recommendation might not help you much. Okay, so these are the things which will actually add the weightage. Recommendations, endorsements from the good people which have some credibility in the industry. And if you want to follow some groups, you can see the group section. Group section will be covered in detail in subsequent videos, but for now, these are the most important things when it comes to your profile. Your headline. Your headline should be about what you are working currently. You should not mention words like looking for Hadoop developer or looking for big data developer like that in your headline. In summary, you can post it if you are in between the projects, but if you are on job, you should not post it in summary. It will give a wrong impression for the client you are working for at that time. And then you should be focusing on experience. You have to add experience and modify it whenever you think that you have contributed significantly for a given project. And if it has to be highlighted in your profile, you should immediately go to your LinkedIn profile and update it, and it will help you as a reference when you are trying to build your profile for job search using the job sites. So very important to have a right experience documented as part of the experience section in your profile. And then skills with endorsements and recommendations are the ones which will actually make significant difference from for your profile. That being said, so far we have covered how to sign up to the account, the home page, which is kind of a feed of your network, and we have seen the profile, edit profile, and you can also, once you have the profile, you can click on who viewed your profile and get some statistics about your profile. Okay, and then you can also click on your updates, and it will show you what about your updates. I will cover this thing again later. So as part of the next video, I will try to cover connections and jobs, and then probably a couple of more videos. We will be wrapping up LinkedIn completely in detail, so that you have very good understanding about the LinkedIn platform, which can take your profile to next level in the pursuit of your job marketing. That being said, I hope you are enjoying the content on my channel. If you like this video, please click on the like button. If you have any technical questions or want to provide feedback about this video, please use the comment section of the video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You will get to see a lot more content like this over time, covering vast area of technologies in IT industry. Thank you. Bye.